Hey guys, it's Manda Panda, and today is Fan Custom Friday, where I pick one of my fans' custom OC ponies and I make it in real life on my channel. And this month's winner is Blue Ink Girl Pony, inspired by the video game SPLATOON. And how cool is this OC? She was submitted to me by Angel all the way in the UK. Blue Ink is a kind and cool pony who loves playing turf war paint with her friends, and she hates the octolings. So let's get started making Blue Ink. I'm gonna use Rarity as the base for Blue Ink since they're both unicorns. Starting off with a little bit of acetone, I'm just going to remove a little bit of the original eye and the cutie mark. I keep a hint of the original eye so that way when I put in the new ones later, I have a really good idea of where to place them. Now we need to remove all of the original mane so we can give Blue her really cool hair later on. I just twisted that head firmly to the side until it popped right out of the neck plug, and then used an X-Acto knife to very carefully cut around that bottom neck plug, pulled it out, and exposed all of the hair roots. I'm just using some large scissors to cut off the bulk of the hair, and then some teeny tiny ones to cut the hair all the way down to the scalp. I'm gonna grab my little pliers here, reach inside of the head, and completely remove all of those roots until the pony is completely bald and ready to be customized. So there's Rarity with her new haircut. Now I'm just gonna take the body, hold the tail, cut off the majority of it, and then use the tip of my small pointy scissors to push whatever's left of the tail directly inside of the pony's body. And it disappeared just like that. So now the head and the body are completely ready. Let's get started with the transformation. I'm gonna start off with the base color. This is Blue Haven by Color Club, a gorgeous, gorgeous light blue shade. Looks just like the drawing, and I'm just going to cover the entire head and body with 2 coats of this nail polish. So let's get it on. I am just gonna kind of leave the original eyes exposed and just color in the rest. And this polish is a little bit on the thin side, but 2 coats should give me nice coverage. But before I paint the body, I'm actually gonna pop that neck plug on, the one that I cut out from the bottom of the head, and I'm just gonna use my pliers to help me get that back on so it doesn't get lost. And then I'm gonna put a paintbrush right through the pony's tail hole because it helps me paint the entire body without risking smudging the paint job that I just did. So the base layer is all dried. It's time to start working on her eyes. I'm switching over to acrylic paint, and I am just reshaping her eye using some white, and that's gonna take 3 coats to get good coverage. And then I'm gonna use a light blue for the entire round shape of the eye. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of depth to these eyes by adding 2 darker shades of blue. Once the eye has dried, I can go in with black acrylic paint for her pupils. And then I'm gonna give her 2 light reflections, one at the top corner and one at the bottom corner, and then repeat this on the other eye. Once the paint has completely dried, I'm going to cover the entire head with a layer of clear nail polish to seal all of my work in. And once that clear coat has completely dried, it is time to give Blue her goggles. I could paint the goggles, but I thought that they would look really awesome if they were 3D. So I'm going to be using some black sugru, which is air dry rubber. I'm gonna roll it in my hands, make it into the shape of like a really long snake, and I'm going to wrap the outside of Blue's eyes with the sugru to create some really awesome goggles that are 3D. How cool is this? So I'm just gonna outline both eyes. That little piece wasn't long enough, so I'm just gonna grab another one and then use my fingers to flatten that out and remove any seams that I have, so it just looks like one big piece. And you can see the big difference here. The left side is super bulky and the right side is nice and smooth. Once both sides have been smoothed out, I'm going to use this blunt tool to define the shape of the goggles a little bit better, make those lines a lot sharper and crisper, and that excess sugru just scrapes right off. I'm gonna let that sugru completely dry, and it has actually left a little bit of black residue on the pony's face, so I'm gonna use a little bit of rubbing alcohol to rub all of that residue off. And it is time for some hair. I was going to use this hair. This is Arctic Frost from dollyhair.com, but the blues just didn't match. I felt like this blue almost had like a hint of purple to it, and it just really didn't match the pony. I didn't think it was going to make the pony look good. So I am actually going to make a change to this custom pony. I am switching the hair color to a darker blue. Look at this gorgeous shade of sapphire blue. Now I chose this because it is the exact same color blue that I'm going to be using on the body in a little bit, so hopefully you don't mind that I'm going to switch out the hair color. It's just that this particular hair color does not come from dollyhair.com, so I'm kind of having to use what's available to me. I'm going to be using my re-rooting tool again from dollyhair.com. It is a pronged needle. I'm just going to wrap a little bit of hair at the end of my finger, and very gently I'm gonna pick that hair up and catch it right in between both of those prongs. It's a little bit sharp, so you just decide what hole you want to put that hair plug in, press down firmly, and that hair is going to root itself inside of the head. And you're going to repeat this process over and over again until the pony has a completely new head of hair. And how awesome is this idea of a Splatoon pony? That game is so much fun. Once you have all the hair in, you're going to need to secure it. I'm going to be using my hot glue gun, and I'm just going to squeeze hot glue directly inside of the head. And once it cools and hardens, it is going to secure all that hair in place. Head's all done. Let's finish the body. Blue has ink splashes at the bottom of her hooves, so I'm going to take that really pretty blue paint I showed you earlier, and I'm just going to roughly paint the bottom of the hoof. And then we are going to do this really cool trick to make it look like splashed paint. I'm going to turn the pony upside down and use my nail dotting tool and press down a dot of paint, and then drag that nail dotting tool down into the blue, and it looks just like some paint splashed up her hoof. It looks so cool. So I'm just going to repeat this process all around the leg using different sized splashes, so it looks really awesome. When you turn the pony right side up, you can really tell that those splashes are there. I think it looks really great. I've repeated this on all 4 legs. Now it's time for the cutie mark. I'm just going to use a shade of blue that's a little bit different than the body, and I'm just going to start off by putting a large circle right on the flank, and then I'm going to use the smaller end of my nail dotting tool to repeat the same process I used at the bottom of the hooves, and I'm going to make this big dot look like a huge splash. I'm gonna let all of this paint dry and then go in and draw the SPLATOON squid using my nail dotting tool. I'm using that same bright blue from the bottom of the legs, and I'm gonna put 3 dots in the shape of a triangle and then just connect them to make the top of the squid's face. And then I'm going to drag 3 lines at the bottom for the tentacles. Go in with a little bit of white and a little bit of black to give him his eyes. And this cutie mark came out so cool. I love it. It's like epic. And that's it for the painting. Once everything has dried, I'm going to go over it with a layer of clear nail polish to seal all of my work in. Once that clear coat has completely dried, it is time for her tail. I have some of that blue that I have twist tied together, and I've put a little bit of Gorilla Glue on the twist tie, and I'm going to squeeze a little bit more into the pony's actual tail hole. I'm just going to take that little piece of twist tie at the end, put it into the tail hole, and use the end of my nail dotting tool to push the tail into the pony's body. And that's it for this custom. I'm going to reattach the head. Let's take a look at the completed custom. Here is Blue Ink Girl Pony, inspired by the video game SPLATOON. If you haven't played it, it is on Wii and it is so much fun. You know, maybe one day I can get on and maybe live stream it. I just think the game is really cool. So Angel, I hope that you love the way that Blue Ink came out. Even though I had to switch out her hair color, she still looks really awesome, and everything else looks just like your drawing. If your pony wasn't selected this week, don't be bummed, because yours might be next. So stay tuned for the next Fan Custom Friday. And if you have not entered your pony into the giveaway but would like to, stay tuned until the end of the video for all of the giveaway details. Thank you so much for watching, little pandas. Until next time, bye! Want to see your OC pony made in real life? It could happen. Submit a drawing of your OC pony along with a short story about him or her directly to me, and be sure to include your OC's name. Once a month, I will randomly choose a pony to create in real life on my channel. Anyone can enter no matter where you live, and it is completely free. There is no charge to submit your pony, and there is no charge to make it if you win. I'll even mail you the finished pony as long as you have a valid mailing address. I ship worldwide, and of course, shipping is free. Here are the Fan Custom Friday rules. 1. You must be a subscriber to this channel, so submit your YouTube name along with your OC so I can verify. And if you are underage or your parents do not let you have a YouTube channel, no problem, just let me know when you submit your pony. And 2, if you are under 18, please ask your parents' permission before entering the giveaway. There are 3 different ways to submit your OC pony. You can either message me on Facebook or comment on my Facebook page, facebook.com/MandaPandaToyCollector. You can message me on Instagram at MandaPandaToyCollector, or you can mail me your drawing and your story to Manda Panda, P.O. Box 2855, Humble, Texas 77347. Just a reminder, Fan Custom Friday is intended to encourage your imagination and creativity, so please avoid plagiarizing other people's works from websites such as DeviantArt and Google.